5 crucial mistakes to avoid after waking before 4 for healthy longevity. If you consistently rise before the sun, you may think you're gaining an edge on your day. But recent research from New York suggests that how you handle those first quiet minutes can either multiply your energy or quietly chip away at it. The habits we keep during the delicate early hours carry outsized influence on our long-term vitality, especially if we're aiming for a vibrant life well into our 80s, 90s, and beyond. The catch: most people won't tell you about the subtle mistakes that happen right after waking too early. Today we'll walk through 5 common traps that can drain your strength, immunity, and resilience over time, and give you practical alternatives that help you feel more balanced, alert, and strong as you move through the years. 1. Doomscrolling on your phone or exposing yourself to bright screens too early. One of the most common early morning pitfalls is reaching for your device the second your feet hit the floor. It can feel natural to check messages, skim headlines, or watch a quick clip while the house is still quiet, but that single move sends a jolt through your nervous system before it's ready to handle it. In those pre-dawn hours, your brain is still in a delicate transition, trying to shift from sleep mode to daytime alertness without a shock. The moment you flood your eyes with artificial blue light, your body receives a strong cue to wake up now, even when your systems aren't prepared for a full day yet. This matters more than many realize because melatonin doesn't just govern sleepiness. It also supports immune function, cellular repair, and balanced hormone rhythms. Suppressing melatonin in the earliest window can leave you feeling foggy and taxed later in the day. And when compounded over months and years, it can disrupt cortisol patterns, increase inflammation, and contribute to fatigue. Your heart, digestion, blood pressure, and even your mood follow the internal clock, and abruptly forcing them into daytime mode by bright light disrupts harmony. Over time, this mismatch raises recovery demands, especially for older adults whose systems already work harder to restore balance. If you're thinking, "I only check the weather or read the Bible on my phone," remember that timing influences your brain just as much as content. Even brief exposure to intense light can trigger stress hormones that shouldn't be active at that hour. Instead, try sitting in gentle dimness for a few minutes. Gaze out a window and take in the early dark. Allow your nervous system to come back online slowly. Your body's internal clock is one of the most powerful tools you have for healing and longevity, but only if you learn to move with it, not against it. 2. Skipping hydration and starting your day on caffeine alone. Waking before 4:00 a.m. places you in a unique physiological state. Overnight, your body has been in repair mode, clearing waste, balancing systems, and restoring tissues. In that transition, hydration is one of the most overlooked yet vital needs. After hours without water, you're naturally a bit dehydrated. Many people skip straight to coffee, tea, or breakfast without replenishing fluids, not realizing they're asking their circulatory system to operate on thinner resources and placing extra strain on an aging body. Without that first glass of water, your blood can become slightly thicker, circulation slows, and your heart works harder to move nutrients through your body. In your 40s or 50s, this might not feel dramatic, but by your 60s and 70s, the cumulative effect can contribute to higher blood pressure spikes, dizziness, fatigue, and stroke-related risks over time. Dehydration also pushes cortisol upward in the morning, which is helpful to an extent but problematic when left unbalanced for hours. Sustained high cortisol links to belly fat, muscle loss, anxiety, and memory challenges as you age. Kidneys depend on consistent hydration to filter blood efficiently. When you skip water and jump straight into activity, you're essentially asking your kidneys to perform without fuel, which can wear them down over time, especially in older adults with kidney sensitivity or high blood pressure. A simple glass of room temperature water before anything else can make a meaningful difference. If you like, add a pinch of sea salt or a squeeze of lemon for mineral support and better absorption. But at its core, consistency is what matters. Think of that first glass as a gentle system reset, telling your brain you're safe, awake, and ready to begin on solid footing. 3. Jumping into intense exercise before your body is ready. There's a lot of talk about the benefits of early workouts, and movement absolutely supports healthy aging. However, timing and intensity matter as much as exercise itself. If you wake before 4:00 a.m. and dive straight into heavy lifting, fast running, or aggressive cardio, you may be pushing your body when it's still transitioning from rest to readiness. Joints can be stiffer, muscles colder, and your cardiovascular system is just warming up. For someone in their 20s, that might only produce short-term fatigue, but for older adults, it can raise the risk of blood pressure spikes, joint inflammation, and heart strain. Think of your body like an engine that's been off all night. You wouldn't start a car in winter, slam the gas, and expect a smooth ride. The same principle applies here. Older adults experience a higher risk of injury or delayed recovery when they overexert themselves during those fragile early hours. Many people push because they want to feel disciplined or productive, but the result can be misalignment. The smarter path is gentle movement that supports the body's natural wake-up process. Stretching, slow walking, deep breathing, or short mobility routines can help your body awaken naturally. These activities boost circulation without flooding your system with stress hormones. They give joints time to lubricate, heart rate time to rise gradually, and your nervous system time to adjust. By contrast, jumping rope, sprinting, or lifting heavy weights before your body is ready sends the opposite message, signaling threat to your nervous system. For a relatable example, consider Harold, a 72-year-old former contractor. He used to do intense early workouts at 3:45 a.m., believing it strengthened his heart. Within months, he experienced chest tightness, frequent soreness, and lingering fatigue. Once he shifted to slower movement, gentle yoga, floor exercises, and walking first, his energy returned and his sleep improved. Your body is something to listen to, especially in the early morning hours. Respect its signals. Tension, stiffness, fatigue aren't weaknesses, they're cues. Honor them, and your body will reward you with greater resilience and longevity. 4. Flooding your mind with stressful planning, doom scrolling, or heavy worries. The quiet before dawn can feel like a sacred window, still, untouched and open. Yet many people, especially those who value responsibility and productivity, fall into a hidden trap by diving straight into planning, worry, or even doom scrolling through news. It can seem helpful to organize thoughts, check schedules, or tackle a to-do list, but this habit can quietly flood your mind with stress before your nervous system is ready to process it. In the earliest part of the morning, your brain often rests in what researchers call an alpha state, a deeply sensitive, almost meditative condition where creativity, calm, and healing begin. It's also a window where emotional influence has more power. If you feed your mind negativity, pressure, or anxiety during this time, worrying about bills, checking emails, or replaying old arguments, you can program your whole day with tension before it even starts. For older adults, this early mental stress carries a heavier cost. Studies have shown that mental overload upon waking can disrupt cortisol rhythms, weaken immune response, and raise blood sugar levels in older populations. When compounded day after day and year after year, the effects become physical, impacting memory, energy, and resilience in ways that are often invisible until something breaks. There's a reason many long-lived cultures and ancient healing traditions regard pre-sunrise hours as a time for stillness, reflection, or prayer, not productivity. They understood how impressionable the mind is in those moments. Consider Ruth, a 78-year-old woman who used to wake at 3:30 a.m. and immediately begin thinking about family issues, medical bills, and everything she needed to fix. By 7:00 a.m., she felt exhausted, emotionally depleted, and her blood pressure had spiked. When she shifted her mornings, starting with slow breathing, reading something uplifting, and writing one thing she was grateful for, her relationship with mornings transformed, and so did how she felt about her life. If you find yourself overwhelmed with thoughts before dawn, it doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It means your mind is reaching for control. Try a different path. Instead of planning, start with presence. Instead of fixing, start with feeling. Even 5 minutes of calm breathing, gentle reflection, or sitting with a warm cup of tea can give your brain the grounding it needs to function well through the day. Guard that space like it's sacred, because it is. 5. Neglecting a gentle alignment of body and breath. One of the most powerful yet underappreciated practices you can adopt after waking before 4:00 a.m. is to align your body and breath before you begin the day. One of the biggest mistakes is skipping this step entirely. Many older adults wake early, shuffle to the kitchen, turn on the lights, and dive into the day without giving their body a moment to ease into motion. What gets overlooked is that this gentle transition connecting breath, muscles, and awareness isn't just pleasant, it's deeply healing. During the night, muscles stiffen, blood flow slows, and breath becomes shallow. Especially as you age, this natural slowing can leave you feeling tight, foggy, or even anxious upon waking. If you move too quickly from stillness to action, you skip over your body's most important reset, the chance to reestablish flow, alignment, and calm. Without it, your nervous system stays clenched, your posture tightens, and your body begins the day already holding stress it hasn't had a chance to release. This might not sound serious, but the science behind it is clear. Gentle movement and breathing in the early morning activate your parasympathetic nervous system, the part responsible for rest, digestion, immune response, and healing. When you stimulate that system through slow stretches or steady breathing, you lower blood pressure, stabilize your heartbeat, and prepare your digestive and hormonal systems for balance. It's like tuning a guitar before a song. You can play without it, but nothing will sound right. When older adults skip this transition, subtle results show up later. Mid-morning fatigue, poor circulation in the legs, digestive discomfort, and mood imbalances. These aren't random signs of aging. They're often consequences of never letting the body properly arrive into the day. The remedy is simple and takes just a few minutes. Sit at the edge of your bed, place one hand on your chest and the other on your stomach. Breathe slowly, inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4. Do it 3 times. Then gently stretch your arms overhead, roll your shoulders, tilt your head side to side, and twist your spine softly from left to right. If your knees allow, touch your toes. If not, simply move with awareness. That's all, just you and your breath making peace with the new day. For an example, consider Walter, 81, who used to wake before 4:00 a.m. Go straight to the kitchen, grab a quick bite, and sit down in front of the TV. Mornings made him tense and irritable. He said his neck ached, his thoughts were cloudy, and he felt 10 years older than he was. His doctor recommended a 5-minute breath and move routine. It sounded silly at first, but after a week, his wife noticed he seemed calmer. After 2 weeks, his posture improved, and after a month, he said he felt like himself again for the first time in years. Neglecting this kind of gentle, deliberate movement isn't just a missed opportunity. It's a subtle form of self-neglect. You deserve mornings that nourish rather than deplete, movements that energize rather than exhaust, and breathing that reminds you you are alive, present, and worthy of care. Tomorrow morning, when you wake before the sun, don't rush, don't jump, don't force. Begin with your breaths. Let your body unfold like a flower, slowly, patiently, and with kindness. You'll be amazed how much it changes the rest of your day, and over time, how it protects the length and quality of your life. The final thoughts. As we wrap up, take a moment to reflect on these 5 morning habits. Which one surprised you the most? Which made you pause and think, I've been doing that and had no idea it could be affecting me this way? That's the beauty of awareness. It doesn't judge. It simply opens a door, and once that door is open, change becomes possible and natural. This isn't about doing everything perfectly or following a strict routine. It's about giving yourself permission to slow down, listen to your body, and build habits that actually work for the stage of life you're in, especially in your 60s, 70s, and 80s, when energy, recovery, and clarity matter more than ever. If you've been waking before 4:00 a.m. and pushing through without thinking twice, I hope today reminded you that your body isn't the problem. Your body is always trying to help you. It's just asking for better timing, a gentler rhythm, and more intentional care. The truth is, when you give yourself that level of care, your health doesn't just stabilize, it transforms. So what can you do moving forward? Pick one of these 5 habits and try shifting it tomorrow. Maybe it's skipping the phone for a while, or drinking a glass of water before you talk to anyone, or stretching your spine before you even leave the bedroom. Start small, let that one choice build confidence, and from there let it become your new standard. You've made it this far in life for a reason. You've endured, adapted, and kept going when others gave up. The question now is, how can you protect that strength? How can you give your body, mind, and spirit the morning they deserve? The answers aren't complicated. They're already within you. They just need a little attention, a little structure, and a whole lot of kindness. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts matter, and reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.